Hi, I'm Chad Lang, and in this video I am going to be doing a couple little critique points on this book by Al Carraway, More Than a Tattooed Mormon. I hope you can see that right there by Al Carraway. And the first thing I'm going to say about this book is that I think it's fantastic. Okay, I wish this book came out 10 years ago. I've gone through a lot of judgmentalism, um, so I found her discussions on that to be very good for me. She's been through it probably a lot worse than I have, although, I've been, told that this is unrighteous. I've been told a bunch of other things as well. I'm not going to get into the specifics here, but it's been very, emotional for me. And it's been very hard to, be a part of a church society that's like that. And so I really like what she has to say in there about that, and I've probably reacted the way that she tells you not to react. And I found her just her conversion experience and her discussion on moving from New York to Utah fascinating, and what she says to about going to God for answers. And that's something I've struggled with at all. I just don't know how to be receptive. And so one of the things she says in there, I'm going to just nitpick a couple things. One of the things that she says in there is ask God, not Google. And unfortunately for me, I have discovered that what we're taught in chapel Mormonism is not historically accurate. And I discovered this 10 years ago when a disaffected member of mine, I was in the process of going through a reactivation period. We decided to look up Joseph Smith on Wikipedia because I was really struggling with being a part of this church culture. And so we read stuff about Joseph Smith, and it's changed now. It's been updated so that it's more accurate. But we're reading about this, rock in his hat that he was using to translate the Book of Mormon, and that he got from, this well that he was digging. I'd never seen that before. I was just like, what? 9 years later, last year, the church admits to this thing. They have an article on it on LDS.org. There's a picture of it. They put a spin on it where they try and, tie this into the Urim and Thummim. But what we've been taught about the Urim and Thummim all our lives is not accurate. And they've admitted that now. And they've had this thing in their vaults the whole time. So I've been doing a lot of research into Mormon history. And, as far as anti-Mormon propaganda goes, I have a critique on anti-Mormon propaganda in one of my other videos. So I can say that yes, when you go to Google, you can get a lot of inaccurate information, but check and verify your sources. I mean, I don't just trust everything that I read on the internet, and I expect you to verify what I'm saying. And look it up. Now, I'm glad that a lot of the citations are a lot easier to check into these days. I think Dan Vogel's YouTube videos are fantastic. He's very good at giving you an education without belittling Mormonism, and B, he lists his sources very well. So that's what I have to say about Ask God, Not Google. And the other thing I'm going to nitpick is, when she talks about, throat slitting this, and I love her language and her style. That's kind of the way that, I've written a lot of my blogs, and that kind of, I just blatantly say it, basically. And so I love that tone, and her family's coming to her with, this throat-slitting cult stuff. And of course that does not fit in with what Al knows about the gospel. But see, here's the thing, Al, is that this throat-slitting stuff actually does come from somewhere. And this was part of the temple endowment ceremony before 1990, where you had to do this, and you had to do this, and you had to disembowel your gut. And these are the kinds of signs that you would make while you were swearing to secrecy rather than revealing the temple endowment ceremony. And this comes from Freemasonry. When Joseph Smith joined the Freemasons, he borrowed some of their styles in their rituals and incorporated it into the temple. And it got out in 1989 in a movie called The Godmakers, I believe. I've never seen it, but it comes from somewhere. And the church was really embarrassed about it, and it looks bad, and so they changed it. So Al's a new member of the church, newish member of the church, post 1990, and post 1990 members don't know about this, and I shouldn't even know about it either. But you know, I've gone and looked a lot of stuff up that I'm not supposed to, and you know, then I've checked to see if it's accurate or not, and this is accurate. I mean, you know, go look into it. So I think that's all I'm gonna nitpick on that. I just wanted to inform her that, yeah, this throat slitting stuff, it actually has a history in the church. No one's ever known that anyone, you know, got their throat slit for talking about the temple endowment ceremony when they shouldn't have. But because disaffected members from both the Freemasons and the Mormons have spilled the beans on rituals they're not supposed to be talking about, we understand that there is some kind of correlation. So I think that's all I have to say about that. And I'm Chad Lang, and have a nice life.